You know, you know, I know I try to come on here, just mellow, but you know what? There is no such thing. All right, okay, all right. What's up, Cowboy Nation, Cowboy Headquarters, and America's team? Yeah, I know if I came on here any other kind of way, I would probably lose subscribers. But then there's those that tells me to shut up and all that stuff. But anyway, welcome to What's Up Wednesday. Yeah, here we are, man. We are live, direct, and correct with some Mo news. That's right. I said Mo news, not MORE news, but I said MO news that you can use. So give it up. Yeah, man. Listen, this is what's going on tonight, man. We getting ready to get into some of this conversation that we got. But before we get started, I got to bring, there is my guy, Patrick Ryder, the fire starter. Give it up for Patrick Ryder. Yeah, that's what's going on. Also, let me bring on the administrator herself. So, she, if I don't, it'll be a problem. So, give it up for yours truly, Fleabug.
Hey, everybody.
What's up, Fleabug? What you doing?
Nothing. Excited to hear about your invasion of Vegas.
Yeah, man. Come on,
really excited. You had some really good videos. So anybody who watches and follows us, G, the #1 Hampton fan, went to Vegas with the Star One family. They had a takeover in Vegas. Let me tell you, if you haven't seen the videos, go to our page and see the videos. Like, it was a party. Like,
yeah, we had a party. We definitely had a party, man. Give it up to One Star One family, man. I cannot thank that guy enough. And I met some folks, man. I gotta say, Fleabug, I met some folks. I enjoyed myself, and it was a great outing. Oh, also, we had some followers out there. We had Wade and Della that follow us. We had Bobby Davis was out there. There was some.
Okay,
Amanda,
see, you naming names, you're gonna be in trouble if you forget
Amanda and her friend, which she was not a Cowboy fan, but I told Amanda we're gonna work on her. So give it up for all you guys that follow this podcast that was out there.
Thank you.
Yeah, man, that was great, man. Me and Bobby Davis, we kicked it for a while, and everybody else just, I'm just small time trying to fit in, but at the same time, but for you guys to do what you do and take out the time to show your support, how you have right now, I want to give a big thank you to all you guys, because without you guys, we wouldn't be where we are today. So yeah, I'm just, like I say, I am so grateful, man. I don't know if DJ Kai is going to be able to come on tonight, but we had chopped it up the other night on his TikTok page, and we were just talking about how everything went down like it did. I mean, because it was the last minute. It was one of those deals that he was going to have outside, Fleabug. He was going to have it outside, but because
and they had to change it because of the weather.
It was 113 degrees, so it was last minute. He had a friend of his that basically put some things together like that, and all we had to do was just bring the crowd. I mean, we had, again, I got to give a big shout out to everybody. We even had, I think it was Star Gang, I believe, out of Alaska. They was in the house. Give it up. Yeah, I had
their vest that they had on.
Yeah.
Oh my God, their logo and everything. I loved it.
Well, they also have I think it's a Dallas chapter or a Fort Worth chapter as well. So they're pretty big, man. Yeah, they're pretty big, and it was great getting a chance to hear about them. Like he said, he's out in Alaska, and he said he's the coldest Cowboy fan there is.
He did.
And I got it. He's the coldest out of Alaska. He's the coldest. Give it up.
He is.
So yeah, again, man, it was just great. We did raffle. We had Anthony Miller in the house. He was signing autograph. Big Val was in the house selling his hats. I waited too late. I really did. When I went over to go to get one of the hats, they didn't fit. It was too big or too little. That's my fault, because I was trying to do the content, but I went over there. I think like DJ Kai said, he had like 26 hats, and he sold them all. Western
Oh,
hats,
wow.
cowboy hats. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
awesome.
And that was great, man. And like I say, just meeting everybody and just spending our time. And a big shout out to Tom's Watch Bar, man. Give it up to Tom's Watch
Yeah.
Bar. They showed us love, man. They was a little leery. Wonder if we could actually bring that many customers in, and we had almost 400 fans that was there. So that was more than enough. The general manager came into place, and I think somebody else, the general manager. So they saw the crowd. So they was super excited. It was like, oh, they pulled this off. So yeah, it was just great, man. Again, thanks to everybody that came out. I do have to share this with you, Fleabug. I might be heading out to Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay, see, I was gonna say that's where I want to go. Is when they go to Atlanta, because I have family there. So I
November
really
3rd. November 3rd, and we hadn't he hadn't came up with the details yet, but I think I had such a blast. I might catch out on this one too. So Fleabug, you might want to get some things in order.
That's right.
Get you one of them flights. Let's get some of these comments. We got comments up there. What we got going on? I see a bunch of comments, man. Everybody's in the house.
Peter's coming on. Peter's going to be a little late, and we can't wait to see him.
Pete, PR Cowboy, he multitasks. He walks the dog, he feeds the kids, and he cooks and folds towels at the same time. That's what I said. He's the multitasker.
He definitely is.
Yeah, he's the multitasker. I know what he's doing.
We got Cowboy Corner.
Hey, look there. Let's go, man. You already know. You can catch that link if you need to. Come on in if you want to. And I think Chip will be on tonight. And I also got another guest I want to bring on. Actually, I met him in Vegas. So he's a Raiders fan. He's been a diehard Raiders fan. And his girl is a Cowboy fan. So I don't know if she's going to come on.
So I remember you interviewing them, and you talked about them a lot.
Yeah. So we hung out with him, had a great time with him. We met him in this restaurant, and we looked over there like, okay, one's a Raider fan and one is a Cowboy fan. But anyway, I get to go on and on. But if you get a chance, go back to some of the videos that I have posted. It shows the whole video of the event. It was called the Dallas Invasion in Las Vegas. Go and look at that. And if you're watching, you might find yourself on that. I got everybody, Fleabug. I took pictures.
You did.
There go my guy. Give it up for Bobby Davis. There he is. Yeah, man, we had a good time. We hung out, man. Hey, Bobby, I'm sure you enjoyed yourself as well. But yeah, right now I'm just excited. Yeah, how about them boys? You better believe it. How about them boys? But so yeah, it was great. Again, we had a chance to sit down with this couple, and it was just hilarious because just to see the both of them, one Raider fan and one Cowboy fan, it was just hilarious. But Darren is going to probably come on a little bit later tonight, and he's going to give us his experience as far as what it was and how the game went for him, and he's going to explain to us how he became a Raider fan and all that.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So he'll be on a little later tonight. I told him to come on. He said, I don't got no problem. I come on there and talk. Yeah. Let's do this introduction. Then we'll get into some more of these comments real quick. So let's get started real quick. We got to give a big shout out to all our social media groups out there. Give a big thank you to those groups that have actually taken our content and shared it in their groups. So go ahead, Fleabug, if you want to do that one.
We want to give a special shout out and thanks to the Cowboys Huddle Podcast Facebook, Cowboys Fan 365, We Them Boys, 520 Boys, Queens of Honor by Cowboys Fan Club Mexico, Cowboys Fans on 24/7 Guadalajara, of course, the Hard Hitters Lifestyle, and One Star, One Family doing big things, great things for the Cowboys.
Give it up. All right, we got to go on it. Go on to our next one. I got this because you come on. Hey, check it out. So step in style. I got this one, God. I don't know what you did last week. Step in style with the Cowboys Huddle new apparel. Represent our Cowboys while supporting the Cowboy Huddle podcast. Great for tailgate parties, home game, as well as away game. Visit all of our apparel at www.cowboyhuddleapparel.com. Give it up.
You know what?
I'm
Just
just
because
saying.
I don't sound like a radio
You
announcer
sound like the
and you
hustle
do,
man last week. Yeah, man, we got some apparel, man. Yeah, just go on there and look at that stuff, man. Yeah, yeah. I'm like, what is she doing? Yeah, oh yeah, we got some stuff. Hey, before we get on started, get all into this, I gotta bring my guy on, man. This guy here, call him what you want, but he's going to keep the conversation going, and he's going to
oh
keep the
Lord.
people in the room. And without further ado, we have to bring on our guy, Cowboys Corner. Give it up.
Hey.
How we doing?
My guy, what's going on, my brother?
Hey, it's my Surface Pro went down the last time I did a show with you,
Yeah.
and my new laptop should be in tomorrow.
Okay.
So, I've been streaming games, my reactions. It's been so tough, but we've been doing it over there on Cowboys Corner. We're going to do it again on Saturday at 3:00. But I should have a better. Y'all should have a better experience if you go over there and watch it on Saturday. So
okay,
that's good.
I had planned on tapping in with you, man, but I got so caught up, man, out there trying to interview everybody. I said, dang, that was on my agenda to tap into your live and share what we had going on and along with what you guys had going on, man. But I'm sure it turned out pretty good for you, right?
Oh yeah, it was still a good show, good viewership, good comments, good interaction. We talk crazy over there, so you want to go talk crazy, come talk crazy on Cowboys Corner on Saturdays.
I know you're right. I know, and I'm going to catch it, man. I'm definitely going to catch it. But I was in Vegas and we was doing the deal and everything. But I'm definitely going to come on and hang out with you, brother, for sure, man.
And hello, Bud.
Hey, I'm fixing to let you guys do your thing, and I'm going to do my thing in the background. So everybody continue to watch the show. Please, if you're watching, go like and subscribe to our channel and continue to watch the fellas. They're fixing to give you some good news.
That's it. So let's get this thing started. So with that being said, well, here's a topic right here. Cowboys Corner. There was a fire. So at the in Oxnard, man, did you hear about this one here?
I heard a little bit of it. It happened in a single room there at the hotel. I think the players were at practice when it went through. I think the players were practice. No one was hurt. I don't know what started the fire. I don't know. Maybe it was the Cowboy. Maybe it was the this podcast right here that started the fire. All right, because you guys come in blazing hot over here.
Hey, first thing I thought somebody left one of them Glade candles going on while they was in practice. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Somebody's in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
I hope it's not a player that left something lit or whatever, something on the stove. I really hope that's not the case. But yeah, this is what happened today, man. So basically what the deal was, they said that the emergency was contained to one room that was empty at the time and there was no injury. Dallas Cowboys thanked the Oxnard Fire Department and Oxnard Police Department for their quick response and reaction to the situation. So man, that's some major news. So, when there's major news with the Cowboys, it seems like that's a start of a good season. I don't know. We got to be some drama going on in order for something to happen, because right now where we are, brother, we're in the land of the unknown right now. So
No, we're definitely there. I think the last time something like devastating happened was when the tent fell down on a whole bunch of people. I think,
Bro.
and then what's crazy about that is that it make big major news. Like that was kind of hush, and people lost their lives on that tent thing. So that was kind of weird to me.
Yeah, matter of fact, my son was in that tent, man. At that time, he told me about a storm came out of nowhere. He was there, and it was crazy. They were actually practicing, and all of a sudden, this strong wind came through, and at first it's just a storm, but then it started falling apart. One person actually was he's a lifelong member now with the Cowboys because he was paralyzed. I can't remember. He's a coach. He was a special team coach. But the guy that you see in the wheelchair, whenever you did, that's the guy that was paralyzed. But man, it was hectic. It was really a scary moment, man, for them the whole team to run out this one door. So they're all trying to get out this one door. So yeah, that was scary. So Yeah, that was probably the last time something like that happened. So, ugh. But now we got the fire as they end the training cat in Oxnard. Now they got to come back this way. Are you excited for them coming back to Frisco?
Yeah, get home, get their feet under it, get them a little rest. You got the last preseason game, got a little bye week, prepping for them Browns. So hopefully they get home, get with their family, get their minds right, and let's go get this fire. All right, pun intended, and put it over there with the Cleveland Browns. Right.
Catch fire. So before we get into it, tell us a little bit about how it went on your live, man. What did you have going on your live on Saturday when you covered the Raiders game? How did that go?
Yeah, no. So the link gets shared in the comments. Anybody's welcome. I can have up to like 25 people at one time. Okay. And we had Cowboys champs. We had a guy named OG in there, fifth quarter Cowboys, Dallas Cowboy fan, 1980. Cowboys champs. Danny
Cowboys,
Savage.
Yeah. Okay.
Danny Savage. Eshawn came in there. The WWE guy, Ivan Sosa, came in. He might have had technical difficulties.
Yeah, my guy, Ivan Sosa. Give it up.
He came in, but he didn't say anything. And he kind of just left. As he made an appearance, but he left. But he showed up, and we chopped it up for 3.5 hours. It was after midnight when the stream ended, and we all had fun.
Okay, I don't know what I got going on. If I don't have nothing going on, I'm definitely gonna chime in. If I'm doing a live or what, we'll connect or something like that. We'll get something going, man. But
we'll welcome you with open arms.
Hey,
that's Big Fella. He'll tell you.
I appreciate it, man. So, here's some news, man, real quick, and we might need to talk about. So, the current CeeDee Lamb situation. Now, Adam Schefter, ESPN NFL insider, said the Cowboy fans can rest easy about Lamb's situation during the appearance of Pat McAfee's show. Schefter stated, I think the two sides aren't that far apart on a deal. I don't know. I don't think it should be that difficult. But again, it's Monday, August 20th, and he's still not here. Still hasn't gone through camp. So this has not gone the way that everybody expected. But my understanding is the two sides aren't that far apart. And somehow, some way, I and others believe they will figure out a way to bridge their differences. So what do you think about that, brother?
Yeah, no, it's a great talking point here. Talking about your number one wide receiver, top 3 wide receiver in the National Football League, CeeDee Lamb, all right, Oklahoma. Yeah, I think whether the deal's done or not, CeeDee Lamb's going to be at that Brown Stadium playing for the Dallas Cowboys. Period. There's too much money at stake. $20 million he's making this year. He's not going to miss a check. All right. The Cowboys can forgive his fines because he's still on a rookie deal. But from what I understand is that it's the years that's separating the pen and the paper. All right. CeeDee Lamb wants a short term. The Cowboys want a long term. So it's kind of like the Dak Prescott thing with his short term. Cowboys want long term. All right. Cowboys want 5 years. CeeDee wants 3 years is what I'm hearing. And that's what's separating the pen and the paper. I think the Cowboys do not need to give in to a 3-year deal because they're going to restructure that deal eventually, and you're going to be in cap dead money hell with CeeDee Lamb at the end of that third contract. And then the signing bonus is already guaranteed. If you look at Dak Prescott's contract, when we say he's $40 million in dead money next year, that's not in salary, that's in signing bonus. Because they restructured that bonus, prorated that into signing bonus, right? So even if Dak Prescott gets a deal done next year, that $40 million the Cowboys cannot touch. They can include it in the deal if Dak wants to. But other than that, so now bringing that up because CeeDee Lamb's contract could be in that situation here in 3 years. Yeah. Cowboys need to figure out a way to do a 4-year deal, 5-year deal. CeeDee Lamb's camp needs to give into that, pay the man, give him strong guarantees. That locks in that longer deal.
Yeah, and I think what you mentioned, the 4-year deal would probably be one of those. I'll meet you halfway. So maybe that's why this is prolonging like it is because, yeah, I mean, Cowboys. I mean, they're trying to cover their bases, right? So I guess that's what that sounds like. But the agent for CD is like, hey, if we want to get out of here, we can get out of here.
Wow. Or if you want another payday, we can get you another payday.
Get you another payday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jerry Jones, man, I tell you, everybody's making Jerry Jones the punching bag. Looks that way. I don't know, but yeah. So I guess Jerry did mention that they are close. They have been talking, but again, I agree with you. I think more than likely before week 1, we'll be seeing CD. But now, knowing that he missed all this time, do you think he'll be football ready, or how do you think that would take place?
I think he'll be football ready. Now, do I think he'll go and make 10 receptions for $150? No. You know, do his first game with no practice, do I see 5 catches, 50 yards, 70 yards? Yeah, I do see that. We're talking about CD Lamb here. This ain't a 30-year-old Brandon Cooks. This ain't a second-year guy like Brooks. This is CD Lamb here, right? So I really feel CD Lamb would go in there and make that presence felt. The 88 that he wears, he lives up to it. And he will do that week 1 no matter what.
Yeah, and I agree with you. Give it up. You're right about that. I mean, he's proven himself. Slow start, but he grew into his own, you know. And with that being said, now Coach Jerry Jones says he needs to see more from Trey Lance, but added that Lance will be on the Cowboys 53-man roster. So wait a minute. Stop. Time out. Wait a minute. And don't smile like that, bro. That's a mischievous smile. Time out. Wait a minute. What just happened? So where does that put Cooper Rush? Are they gonna rock with three quarterbacks?
Yes. Yeah. So if you remember last year, it started last year. The Dallas Cowboys can keep a third quarterback, and it doesn't count as your 46 that's starting on Sunday. So Trey Lance could be your emergency quarterback. They could even rotate it and put Cooper Rush as an emergency quarterback and put Trey Lance at number 2, right? So they have ways to manipulate this. But when Jerry Jones says he'll be on the 53, he means it. You could carry 3 quarterbacks on your roster, and only 2 of them count. The only one is going to be just in case those 2 quarterbacks go down. So Jerry ain't saying nothing we didn't already know.
Okay, well, that's true. So I guess, you know, and we did see improvement from Trey. We saw a little improvement, and I had mentioned at the same time, we're going to get into the recap here in a minute, but I did see improvement. I mean, you know, he worked towards his strength, and I think that's what they did. So, yeah. So I'm hey, that's good news to hear. But again, I don't want to see anybody fail Cowboys corner. And if he doesn't make it with us or whatever the case may be, at least there'll be a good evaluation for somebody else. So Felicia Collins says, so what does that mean for Trey? Well, number 2, well, like he just explained that it can go either or. It can go either or, because I did see something about, they were talking about Cooper Rush, how they could actually sign him to a practice squad and bring him back on or something like that. Bobby Davis says Dak might be calling QB plays this weekend. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we need him to call plays in the playoffs. How about that? So, yeah, with that being said, man, let's get back into this, man. So when we're talking about players, man, one person I have to say that okay, so she just switched that up on us like that. So she just put a different title up there. So we got to go to the sick and shut in. I need my music, but we're going to go into the sick and shut in. So this is what we got right now. You know, we got CD Lamb. He's just on reserves right now. We got Chuma Adoga. He's out with a broken toe. Also, we had somebody else, another line we put on IR. Who was it? Bostic. Is that right?
Oh, the lineman? Yeah.
Yeah.
Bostic Jr.
Yeah, Bostic Jr. was one. So I think it's just the same sick and shut in that we talked about last time, but we were able to bring in Carl Lawson, and we was able to bring in Jordan Phillips. And what do you think about those 2 additions, bro? And what does that say?
No, and we just signed, I don't know if you know this or not, but we just signed Lavelle Joseph, too, another big guy. So what we seen week 1 against the Rams, what they seen in all those joint practices. Yeah. See, here's the problem with 80% of these Cowboy fans, G. Hampton. And I'm not going to mention no names because this ain't my show.
Tell the truth, bro. Come on, man. This is raw and uncut.
They will take one play that Mozzie did. They'll get 100,000 views on Twitter, and everybody who doesn't watch it how we watch it will say Mozzie's actually really good. Instead of watching the other plays after that.
Exactly.
And that's what separates fans, and that's what separates media fans.
Yeah.
And so fans, us, will say Mozzie looks like hot dog crap.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
And that's exactly what he looked like. Mozzie Smith, I got word, and I'm being funny here. I got word that his allergic reaction was from getting better. He's allergic to getting better. All right?
Wait a minute.
Mozzie is allergic to getting better. And the Cowboys see it. They brought in, they got Phillips in here. They just signed Joseph. Shaq Lawson's going to be on the end to help with Nealon and Tank and Micah. That's what Shaq Lawson, or that, I keep calling him Shaq Lawson. That's what Lawson's going to do, right?
That's a huge dude.
Mozzie Smith could be traded. You know, give me a 6th round for him. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, don't say that, bro, because then you're gonna piss me off.
What happened was
we wasted a 20 pick.
What happened in that game? Yes, he had a couple of good plays at first, but he was getting limber. The Rams was pushing him back 15 yards.
I saw it. Cowboys I'm with you. I understand, but other people don't want to see it. And when you say that, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So it's just your show, Pimp. You talk when you got to talk.
It's barbershop talk, dude. Come on, man.
I feel like these additions is a knock on what we have. Now, I will give props to Justin Rogers. Justin Rogers looked good.
Yeah.
Him and Phillips on the field at the same time. Play that what for me? Now, that's good. That's good stuff.
Dude. But you know what I said, Cowboys Corner? I said, you know what? The competition is going to be Mozzie Smith and Osa Odigizua versus Jordan Phillips and Justin Rogers. Osa, you only 280.
But
Osa,
but Osa can penetrate. You know who else can penetrate though? Phillips. For a big guy like that, that dude can penetrate.
Bro. When I seen these guys, and then Lavelle, is that his name, Lavelle?
Yeah, Lavelle Joseph, yeah. So
that right there, that signifies that we still need help in the middle. We're not
1,000%.
With Chauncey Ghost, and he's only 268. That's not going to work. We don't need pass rushers. We need big bodies that's going to plug the holes. That's right.
We need baconators, G. Hampton. We need baconators.
Like Chip says, some pork chop eating. So yeah, that's what, and I think that's what we got here, man. I think, and when I look at this Cowboys corner, I'm saying, man, you know what? I see attitude. I see attitude on this defense. Along with Tank Lawrence. Tank Lawrence have attitude. I don't know. Michael Paulson have. But these veterans, now, this is what Jordan Phillips said about Mozzie. He said he's still a kid. He's still a kid. Now, he did say it. He said, hopefully I can come in here and kind of show him how the ropes. He said he's a grown man. And that's my son said the same. They say, Pops, Tyron Smith is a grown man. I try to do a spin move, and I do my famous Texas Tech spin move, and he turned like this here, Cowboy corner. And it's I got him. Came back around. Big man was standing right there.
Boom.
He said, no, young man, I done seen that too many times. So now he's like, what do I do? I said, you better work your butt off. That's what you better do. But yet he's a grown man. So Phillips is saying that, it's going to take Mozzie, and it might take him some time. And, but right now, in the meantime, we need somebody that can fill those spots. So Phillips is going to play the 3. He said he's playing the 3, so which is cool.
He has to at that size.
Yeah, oh my gosh. And I guess I like Justin Rogers.
Auburn.
I like this kid. Yes, right out of Auburn. He started with Kentucky and went to Auburn. So, dude, this right here is saying what Zimmer is saying, nah, I don't care who you drafted. I don't care who was here. I need my guys.
Mm-hmm. 1,000%. 1,000%. And I'm going to be honest, after that Rams game, I was terrified of that middle. I mean, I have a 3-hour live stream to prove it. I was like, what are we going to do with this run game? We can have the best corners. We can have Micah. We can have Kendricks at linebacker, but it doesn't mean nothing if you can't stop that run.
You can't stop that run. And that's what Jordan Phillips said also. He said, my job, it's not about me getting sacks. It's not about me, making the tackle. He said, my job is to keep my linebackers free. This is a guy that understands his job. I'm not trying to I'll get a few sacks along the way, but my job is to keep my linebackers free. But come on, man. That brought a tear to my eye right there, Cowboy.
But 96, 98, that's a problem.
That's a problem. That is a problem, brother. So, I'm when we talk about players, and then I have to go to this offensive side of the ball, dude. Did you see Cooper Beebe against the first team of the Raiders? Give it up for Cooper Beebe. My gosh. And we're talking about the Raiders, so I got a visitor in the green room, so I guess I'm gonna get ready to bring him in. But again, when we talk about Cooper Beebe, he ran with the second team. They went against the first team, and I know this guy that's gonna come on, he gonna make some excuses. He's a Raider fan. I'm gonna bring him on, but yeah, I know it. But yeah. So, but Cooper Beebe, what you saw, is it solidified that he could be our center?
Yes, he is going to be our center, G. Hampton. You look at what Cooper Beebe's able to do. You look at his power. You look at his strength. You look at the way he's snapping the ball. He has yet to have a snap mistake. All right. That's very important. That's very important. And Cooper Beebe, Tyler Guyton, he had some soreness. He pulled himself out of practice. It's going to be okay. But Cooper Beebe, yeah, that's the real deal, Holyfield. That's a third round steal of steals.
Hey, and you know what? Hey, Darren, I see you down. Bring you on just a second. Hold tight, my brother. And that was my biggest concern, man, because we got to give thanks to Manny Weather. Manny Weather is the one that got these guys together, man. And I was just really, really concerned because this guy is probably one of the best guards in the league at the college level. And I'm like, man, if we can just bring him in as a guard. But to see him slide over to the center, oh my gosh, there's so much that comes with playing the center position. You're the second captain of the team. You know what I mean?
You're the second quarterback of the team.
Exactly. So I was a little leery, but to see him play what he played against these Raiders, this was the Raiders starters. That's what I'm thinking. But before we go any further, I'm going to bring this other guy on, and he's going to explain a little bit what we missed with the Raiders. And this is a guy that he's a Raider fan, but let's welcome with love. So here he is, Mr. Darren. Let's come to the stage. Give it up. Oh, and he's rocking his Raiders stuff. All right. I can't hear you.
Gentlemen.
Oh, okay. Hey, how you doing, brother?
Good. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All
I
right.
can hear you. So how you doing, man? Let me say this. First of all, it was great meeting you and your girl, man. We had a good time, man, for the short time that we had in Vegas, man. This is my guy right here, Cowboys Corner. This is Darren, man.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, we had a chance to meet up in Vegas, and I was trying to, sway him over to the Cowboy side, but Cowboy Corner, I can't get him to come over. I don't know. Maybe he can give us a little history. I don't know.
Well, when Dak Prescott's a Raider next year, he'll come this way.
You don't want that. You don't want that high salary that comes with him. So I take a pass. I think that I was telling Gary when we were at his event. Every player has a incline, they peak, and then they start their decline. Dak, to me, he's either at his peak now or he's going to start his decline. And for me, I've been following this game for a hot second. I don't want players that are starting their decline. Basically, they're on their way out. Their best years are either in front of them or behind them. To me, Prescott, they're behind him. So, I'm going to tell you guys a few things also. I don't have nothing against Dallas. I like Gary. I got love for them, but I don't have anything against them. I'm just calling it the way I am. And said about switching with a Raider fan, I told Gary when we're down there. I'm originally from LA. I live in Houston now. Real fans don't switch teams. It's that
That's
simple.
right. That's right. Give it up.
But real fans try to recruit.
Yeah.
So G Hampton did his job.
Real fan is never going to switch. I'm Raider from the Lester Hayes days, Plunkett, Stabler. Real fans are never going to switch, so I would never switch. Hey, I'm gonna tell Toya. I'm gonna send Toya a shout out too. She was there.
Yeah, please do.
Solid, love her to death.
Now you're so right, man. I don't see a true fan switching teams, and I understand what you're saying. So tell us a little bit how you became a Raider fan, man. How that take a place?
Yeah, well, originally, as I said, I'm from LA, so when we were younger, I have 5 brothers, so everyone kind of picked a team. I picked the Raiders pretty much when I was old enough to understand what the game was. I think that this is in probably the Bolitnikoff days on that. I won't date myself on that, but I just chose them and I stuck with them. My favorite player as a kid was Marcus Allen and Lester Hayes. I have Gary some of my Lester Hayes pictures. I actually got to meet him and things like that. But when it came to LA, I finally got enough money where I can actually get season tickets, and they moved the year because I was still kind of establishing myself. So when I finally got enough to actually get tickets, they ended up going back to Oakland. I actually liked them in Oakland anyway because I think that's where their foundation was. But I went to all the games when they were in the Coliseum and all that stuff also. So I'm Raider Nation 247. No switching, no sellout.
I know you. Hey, I'm not knocking you for that because you and I was talking, man, and I remember. I think you and I is in the same era. You know, Dave Casper was a big player that I used to follow. I used to love the Ghost, man, and you know Jim Plunkett and all them guys. So I remember the black and silver back in the day, man. You know, so yeah, those were some good times, man. And you know, like say Lester Hayes, but again, you know, here we are. But before we get into this recap, I got to bring my number one guy on that always hangs out with me, and you know, my right hand man that multitasks, walking the dog, feeding the kids, washing clothes, folding clothes, and taking the trash out. Let's give it up for PR Cowboy. Let's go, give it up.
What's up, fellas? What's up, man? Hey, you already know working. You know, all of it, man. All of it. You know what goes down before I come home. So
That's what's going on, man. So hey, PR Cowboy, we got a visitor today. That's Darren. I met him in Vegas, man, and Darren, he's part of the show as well. So you know, I know we brought you into the lines then, but I know you're pretty tough though, brother. I know it, so I'm not even worried about you. So with that being said, so let's get into the recap of the game. So you actually went to the game. So again, tell us your experience about the Dallas invasion. What do you think about that, and what was your thoughts on that?
I see you guys rolling force. I'll give you that because we decided to go there. There might have been a handful of us there on that. So you guys rolling force on that. Whoever put the event together was solid. So I'm gonna give them their props on that. There's a lot of Dallas fans. There's a lot of love. It was well organized. There wasn't a lot of us there, but I told Gary, like, I'm good. I have no fear in my eye on that. But the people treated me really well. I must give them that. Like I got on the bus, was overloaded. A guy got up for my girl to sit and things like that. They helped me up because I had to squat. The bus was kind of full and all that. So it was overall a good. That's why I said I don't have any beefs against Dallas itself. 2 of my brothers are big Dallas fans. In the Drew Pearson days, the Danny White days and all that. So out of 5 of us, 2 of us were Dallas fans. So there was 2 of them. So if Dallas was playing, I kind of had to watch it majority-wise on it. But I have nothing against them, but I'm not.
Wait a minute. You didn't have to take the Uber? You didn't Uber to the game. So how did you tell everybody how you got to the game?
All right. So during they had pre-game party. I don't know what it was called, but you go there, and that's why I said someone set it up well. So we're there getting twisted. Everyone's having fun, but they have 2 buses, and I don't mean no school bus. I mean the giant buses
Charter.
there, and you pay $10, and you get there's multiple buses. You can choose what time you want to go to the game, and they literally shuttled you to the stadium. So at the party, I got 2 tickets. We just jumped on the shuttle bus and got taken straight to the front door on it. So it was solid because Uber in Vegas on that, you got to spend a hell of a lot more just to get across the street as far as I'm concerned. So it was solid.
Yeah, so true. So yeah, let's give it up. Let's give it up for Tom's Watch Bar and One Star One Family and everybody that was a part of that, man. So that was a great turnout again. So PR Cowboy, come on in, man. So let's get to this recap. So what is it that you saw? And let's talk about what it is that we're looking forward to.
Just like, Cowboy Corner put it great. Cowboy Corner put it great. I was watching y'all two go at it, and the Cooper BB, man. And when we were on draft night, you remember on draft night, you had the concerned look in your eye, and I told you, this guy's going to be good.
Yeah.
And even if even if he wasn't the starter day one, we're going to feel comfortable because we had a guy that can play guard or center.
Yeah.
And you can see when he got off the first block, how he hit the second level. We got to see that, and it was just, man, I just enjoyed watching that. Saturday night, it was just good to watch. The linebacker play was another thing. Harvey and the Notre Dame kid. I told you at the draft night, I didn't like that pick.
Yeah,
I admit I didn't like the pick, but I see something there, and I've heard Cowboy Corner talk about him too, and I do see something there also as well. So prove me wrong. Great. I hope he does. Hope he has success. And like you said, going forward, let's get it going, man. It was exciting. I like I said, there was a lot of good things to see, man. And going forward, I guess we want to see this running back situation play out. That's the next thing. So,
and we're gonna get onto that. But I don't want to leave my guy Darren out because I want Darren to expound on what he saw with his team and I mean, how did he feel about what he saw and is there room for improvement or what do you tell us something about your Raiders, man?
All right, this is what I feel. The Raiders have had a problem with, for me at least, since the last real quarterback they had to me is Rich Gannon, and they've never solved that quarterback situation yet. So the Minshew thing, they announced he's going to be starting. I think he's the best guy on the roster for now, but I think Minshew to me is like one, maybe 2 notches above Carr. Carr had the helm for a long time and couldn't get it done. I think they should get a young quarterback out of the draft. Maybe get someone like Houston, Texas did. It just kind of roll in him. You can't, because my statement earlier on getting guys that are in their decline. Minshew is not necessarily on his decline because he hasn't really, I think,
had the opportunity. Right.
Some guys like they might get you the 500 season and eliminated in the first round. To me, they're in the same boat, and they've been in that boat, in my opinion, for years. So until they fix that quarterback thing and get a front, if you're changing quarterbacks every 3 years on that, then you've got issues as far as who's running the team and what they're trying to do. You got to get a guy invest in it. So it's sort of like if you're changing coaches all the time and there's a different guy at a QB, you ain't going nowhere. Because if you look at the teams that are consistently winning on that, you don't see a lot of coach changes and you don't see a lot of quarterback changes. And the quarterback to me is probably the most important position there. So they haven't did that. I think with the game, it really, I don't put a lot of weight in these preseason games. They're trying to trim the roster.
Evaluation, basically.
Correct. Right. I think the play calling, and again, it's a preseason game, so I don't want to get too crazy, but the Raiders, they did the same thing they always do. They don't throw the ball downfield. Every pass is in the 20-yard rate. 20. That's the same crap they did last year. So they don't have they didn't exercise any deep threat. So you can bring everybody in on that, and then in the long term on that, you're going to beat. So I didn't. It's a preseason game. They lost. I still bet on them because we're in Vegas, because I just do that because I like having a bet on a game. But
yeah.
Did
you win that bet?
Nah, I did. It was 6.5. So I took the Raiders in the 6.5. But anytime I'm anywhere I find a sports bar and I put some bets down. It's the best feeling ever is to watch a game and you got money on it. Whether it's friendly money. So
yeah.
I started to say, well, I'm gonna bet on the Cowboys. That way, if the Raiders win, I'll be happy. I'll get a win either way on that. But I just can't root for these fools. So I'm like, I just ain't gonna do it.
Yeah.
So I went down with the ship, but it's all good. You guys.
So let me ask you this. So before we move on, so what is it you're expecting for this season to take place for you guys?
It's hard to say because if you got new quarterbacks either way on that, or a young quarterback and a new one, I'll tell you that in week. Let me come back in week 4 to tell you on it, because I don't know what to expect. Because Minshew, he's one of those guys to me that, like, certain games is like, man, this guy's good, and then he's nowhere to be found. He's not consistent where he's been, so hard to say. Because I don't want to come off with all the negative stuff, but
still early.
Yeah, that's yet to be proven. I'm hoping for the best. They still got Devontae. I think they should have tried to keep Jacobs, but again, this is a business, so you guys are dealing with that whole Dak situation, so you guys all know how that works. You got to make the business decision, because you guys should cut bait with Dak if it was me, because I'm a Raider fan, but I'm a sports fan, so I keep up with that stuff. If it was me, I'd be looking to unload. I wouldn't be paying him the money that he's going to be commanding when he's either at his peak or he's starting his decline. So you guys should say,
that's something that we're gonna have to see, man. We really definitely gonna have to see how that turns out, man. Because we get ready. We got some question marks ourselves. So, but we're gonna find out because we got cuts coming up after this game here as well. But Darren, listen, do me a favor, man. Make sure you subscribe to us, man, so you can come on here and hang out with us on a regular, brother. And we got about 15 minutes, so we're gonna go ahead and get on into this show a little bit. But subscribe to me, man, and you're more than welcome to come on anytime you feel like it. But this is what we do on Wednesday night. We allow the audience to come in, man, and tell your girl, Toya, said, "What's up? Go Cowboys!" Make sure you say that, okay?
All right, say that for her.
All right, brother. Get out of here. All right, appreciate you, brother. All right, fellas, that's our Darren. Give it up for Darren, man. We made a good connection, man. I appreciate him, man. We hooked up and had a great time. So, guys, we got to get into this Cowboy situation, man. Right now, let's talk about that the Trey Lance situation and what you guys saw. We'll start with you, Cowboys corner. How did you feel about Trey Lance and his play?
Trey Lance be the first one to tell you I didn't play good against the Rams. And the reason why he didn't play good is because Mike McCarthy put him in bad situations. He was throwing 40. He was throwing 41 times. There was going for it on 4th down. Whatever. Then you kind of manage your running game a little better. Trey Lance, even when he threw it 41 times, he still had 60% completion. Yeah. This week, he was 65% completion, right? But I like the way Trey Lance was able to use his legs, 34 yards, tied first with Deuce Vaughn. Deuce Vaughn also had 34 yards, right? So, seeing the wheels turn, seeing that accurate ball to Flowney for his first preseason Cowboy touchdown, I thought was really good. Nice touch pass, wasn't overthrown. It was right there. And, that's the progress we want. This is the evaluation season. He didn't play much in South Dakota. He didn't play much. He went 2-2 with the 49ers. He didn't play much in that preseason. He got traded to the Dallas Cowboys. He had injury history with the 49ers. He comes here. Jerry Jones told you. Mike McCarthy told you. Cowboys corner told you. He needs reps. And there were Cowboy fans who know this but wanted to hate because they got Dak bias. Let the kid develop. Let the kid develop, right? And so I took a lot of bullets for Trey Lance last week because that performance wasn't the best against the Rams. But guess what? They didn't kill me. They brought me my flowers the next week. Oh, Cowboys corner might have a little something here. I've been trying to tell you that.
Well, and I think PR Cowboy, I think the thing was, and we talked about this last week, you have to play to Trey Lance's strengths. He is not that guy to sit in that pocket and all. This guy is an RPO guy. Take the leash off. Let him do what he does. If he wants to pull it, he can pull it. If he wants to keep it or hand it off, he can do that. But you have to play to his strengths. And that's something that we did see. And really and truly, PR Cowboy, I think the best duo that I saw that was out there was Deuce Vaughn and Trey Lance. That was a darn good combination. What do you think about that?
Yeah, no, Deuce has some shiftiness, has some, pretty good runs. Like you said, Lance, at the second quarter, you can see some of the throws were a little bit high still, but he calmed down. And we talked about it last week. Same thing we said. The play calling changed for him. They let him use his legs. They used a little play action, and he played better. So, like I said, the first week I was really disappointed in that play, but he came out this week and said, "Okay, that looks better." And like we said, we're not in a hurry for this guy to just take over. You know what I'm saying? Like let him develop. He's more likely going to be the emergency guy again this year. That's what the way it looks. Yeah. And you know what I'm saying? He's a young kid still, and if we can develop him, we might have something. But like I said, or like you said, we don't know if the Raiders got to see him firsthand. Who's not to say they come in and hey, we offer you this because of their quarterback situation. We don't know the situation was going to happen, but what we saw was a lot better, but due to playing to his strengths.
Lot better. You got something with that Cowboys corner?
No, I think with Trey Lance, I've seen improvements. Right, with Deuce Vaughn, it's hard for me to cheer him on because we've seen this last year and he disappeared.
Yeah,
he disappeared. His opportunity was later on in the season against the Lions. He had 2 yards. He had 2 yards, and Deuce Vaughn does really well against third stringer guys. He just does. He did last year, right? So for me, when I evaluate the running back position, I'm not really looking at Deuce Vaughn. I'm looking at Dowdle. I'm looking at Davis. I'm looking at Royce Freeman. Those are the guys that I'm looking at. Deuce Vaughn to me is gone. Once they started working him at wide receiver, when they start changing your position, that's the writing on the wall.
You're running out of options. What are you gonna say,
Right.
And I think they made it clear too, Dado and Zeke, whatever case it may be, it's going to be 1-2 to start the year. They made it very clear as the preseason went along. I think for me, if you're going to keep a third one, it'd be Royce for me because he's a veteran. He runs hard. That'd be my pick. The thing about it that scares me that they might go with Deuce because of the special teams play. But like I said, up to me, Royce Freeman would be the third guy. That's the one I would go with as far as if you're gonna pick another guy, that'd be my pick.
Yeah, and I can see that. Well, we know that Rico Dowdle and Patrick Ryder said I want to see more of Royce Freeman, and I do too. To me personally, Royce Freeman and Zeke are kind of similar. Do you guys think? I think I think maybe Royce is a little bit faster, but it's kind of the same type of play. They're hard runners. They run downhill. But personally, I want to see more Snoop Connor. Snoop Connor, I know he's going with third teams, but I agree with you guys. I think it'll be that combination that we'll have 1, 2, and 3. But I want to see more of Snoop Connor this weekend. But this kid is 5'10", 222 pounds. He's built just like Emmett. And I've seen his highlights. The kid has something. But, this is a business. It's a business. And we've lost good players due to the numbers game. So, but I do agree with what you guys are saying, but I would love to see a little bit more of not only just
Yeah,
Snoop Connor, I want to see some more of Hunter Lupke. Damn,
yeah.
we just done
We
wrote Hunter Lupke out. Hunter Lupke might well be a damn tight end.
and that
Well,
that could be the case. Correct me if I'm wrong, but couldn't they possibly list Lukey as a tight end and keep him on the roster and then keep an extra running back? I mean, however they
Yeah,
want to. I mean, I know it's taking up spots, but like you said, looking at the preseason, it looks like Freeman does have the upper hand because you would see somebody else, getting more reps. I mean, I know they ran Malik Davis more too as well. I just
yeah.
I just like what we've seen so far from Royce. My opinion.
No, I agree.
I think Lipke will still be your fullback role,
Yeah,
moving tight end, possibly running back. The guy's a Swiss Army knife. You have him.
Exactly.
You have him there. Last year, yeah, he fumbled against the Miami Dolphins.
yeah.
Whatever. It is what it is. But I like to look at growth and development. He's a young player. When I can see him playing tight end, when I can see him block for Dowdle, when I can see him chip block for Tyler Guyton to help him out, or Terrence
Yeah,
Steele, count me in. Count me
yeah,
in. This guy,
yeah.
he has a nose. He has a knack for the ball. He has change. He has a playmaking ability, and Lemke is here because of that reason.
But we need to use them. Damn it, we got to use them more often,
So,
dude. I mean, it just you know, and this what falls on Mike McCarthy. I mean, he fumbled the ball and it was like, oh, we're gonna punish him now. But you put him in a tough situation, one of the biggest games ever, and then you expect him to, and then don't use him anymore after that. So I would like to see Hunter Luke play. I would love to see that I formation or offset I formation and
You
watch
know
some.
what he kind of reminds me of? I don't know if you guys remember this name or not.
Mm,
Jameez Awalier. You remember that?
yep,
He
yep,
came.
yeah,
Ironically, he came from the
yep,
Raiders to the Cowboys.
yep.
Hunter
mhm.
Lemke is that type of fullback.
But we had to we had to get rid of Wale when he dropped that damn ball in the end zone. What? Dude, you dropped the ball. I would never forget that. When you mentioned that name, it was the first thing that came. But again, I give him that. But this dude dropped the ball in the end zone. It was a touchdown, bro. Really, you just killed us on that. But anyway, no, you're right. But again, hopefully, Mike McCarthy was known to run with a fullback up in Green Bay. So I don't understand why he is not implementing this into his offense. And maybe he will this year. So again, it's just something to see. But with that being said, guys, we got to go back to this. Our backups played against the starters against the Raiders. That's saying a lot, especially its defense, guys.
Yeah,
PR Cowboys, this defense kept the starters out of the end zone up until the second quarter, if I'm not mistaken. What did that
yeah.
say to you about this defense with where our potential?
And like I said, like I said, we know it's preseason. We know there's not a lot of game planning going in, but you can still see traits, right? You can see instincts on certain players throughout the game, and that's what you saw. Like I said, to me, the thing that stood out was the linebackers through that first half was their
Yeah,
instincts to get to the ball. You had Harvey almost get a pick six, read the play. I mean, he was all over the place I was impressed by him.
yeah,
Um, and like I said, when I'm just sitting there watching, we're going against their starters, and I'm like, man, these like you just see some of these plays being made, and I'm like, man, these guys, Zimmer got these guys hungry and they're ready, and it's really exciting to see to me. And then, like I said, I'm ready to see them all in action. The one thing I would say is the pass rush. And I like Nealon. Like we know he's gonna be a run stopper. I think he just needs to improve on that pass. I think he will, and he'll get better as the year. It's going to take time as the year
yeah,
goes because we need somebody else besides Parsons and Lawrence. We need somebody else to step in because that guy would, Sam would give you that a couple of times a year last year. We need somebody like Nealon to improve in that area, which I think he will. Zimmer will have him ready, and to get that going.
Well, and I think that's why we brought in Lawson. Lawson is
Yeah.
going to definitely have his hands on that defensive end side, as far as helping out. So yeah, that's going to be definitely something to see. But again, man, with Jordan Phillips actually get off the plane and suited up and played. I mean, and watching him, man, he has a motor, dude. I mean, Cowboy Corner. I mean, I'm watching Phillips. I'm like, well, damn, did he even practice? But he was on the field. But I think he's played up under Zimmer defensive scheme. Is that right? I believe so.
I don't know. I think he played. No, he hasn't played under Zimmer's team. He came out of Buffalo, and then he went to the Giants, and the Giants traded him to the Cowboys.
I think it was the other defensive tackle we brought in that has played under that scheme.
Okay, got you. But man, I saw good flashes of this defense, and then not only that, excuse me, not only that, but Keeman Hall. Keeman Hall was looking like trash for a minute. Number 43 was looking like trash until he got that interception. I'm like, and then he missed that tackle. I'm like, dude, what are you doing?
And he got sacked. Yes, he did.
Yeah. So
I'm going to give you my pet cat here, G. Hampton, PR Cowboys. I loved him out of Clemson 2 years ago. I wanted the Cowboys to draft him 2 years ago, and we got him. We traded roster garbage, Nashon Wright, and we brought in gold. Andrew Booth Jr., all right?
Yep.
Stood. Working with Al Harris, Booth Jr. was a second-round talent for me. Second-round talent. And out of Clemson on the Frisco Report, the FriscoReport.com, big shout out to Joe, Cowboys block. But out of Clemson, Booth Jr. was a second-round pick to me. We traded Nashon Wright, a third-round pick, because that wasn't working out, who was a Dan Quinn guy. Yeah. We brought in Booth Jr. Booth Jr., Al Harris. I now pronounce you coach and player. You may go make plays, because that's what's going to happen.
No, you're so right, man. And he was another one that just got off the plane and came in and just went to the field and played. So he gave up a couple of plays, but he played well. He played well. He played well. So I'm gonna tell you another one that played pretty well. Israel Makamu. Mm-hmm. He played pretty good.
He played well.
So let me touch base on that on Israel Makamu real quick. When we drafted Israel Makamu in the third round, everybody said, "Who is this guy?" Right. Or was it the sixth round? I think it was the sixth round, fifth or sixth round.
Six.
So when we did that, if you listen to his draft call, he told Jerry Jones, "You drafted the best corner in the draft." The Cowboys hung up that draft phone, brought him in here, and said, "You're playing safety." Mm-hmm. Mike Zimmer has him now playing slot corner.
Ooh. Wait a minute.
Israel Makamu knew his strength was corner. Mm-hmm. Dan Quinn said no. Mike Zimmer said yes. That's why you're seeing those flashes of Makamu, because that is his natural position.
Give it up. And and I guess that's why we were seeing the flash, because he was playing his original position.
Yes.
And I'm telling you, I'm starting to see some swag with this defense, some attitude with this defense. So man, again, we forced 3 and out for what? The first 3 series, they couldn't score. And this was against the starters, So, man, that's saying a lot that Mike Zimmer is putting together something. This defense. Now, we're talking this is being done without Deron Bland on one side and Trey Diggs on the other side, without Micah Parsons. And I understand that this preseason, but this is evaluation. And what we do as fans, we evaluate. The commentators, they're just calling the plays. We're watching each player. So, with that being said, man, I was just really, really excited to see how Justin Rogers and Jordan Phillips was playing together on the field, PR Cowboys. Now that's something.
Yep. And like you said, because of that, you saw the linebackers play well, because you free up those guys, and what those big fellas do, let you roam around, and they did their thing. And like you said, and like Cowboys corner said, this cornerback position is going to be very interesting to see on who makes this team on the cornerback. It's going to be very interesting.
Yeah. Cowboys corner. We got to talk about the elephant in the room, and this is a big elephant. That joker 6'8", about 330 pounds, playing left tackle, and that is Tyler Guyton. What the crap have we come across, dude? What the? Wait a minute. I'll help you out, PR Cowboy.
I think. And real quick before I touch on Tyler Guyton, Julius Woods, another pet cat of mine.
Give it
Julius
up.
Woods, number 33, pet cat. So, Tyler Guyton. I'm talking to my mic like it's working. I don't got my laptop. So, it's a habit. Tyler Guyton. When I turned on the tape out of Oklahoma, I'm going to be really honest with you guys. I called him a project player. Yeah. And the reason why I called him a project player is because whenever a tackle kicks out, his arms need to be moving. If you go watch Tyler Guyton's tape, he kicked out. His feet were moving, but his hands were here, right? And the guy kind of came to him, and he looked like T-Rex a little bit.
Yeah, that's
so. I was like, we got some stuff to clean up, and now he's going to be your left tackle. So now you got to learn everything backwards, right? Exactly. So I was like, but Tyler Guyton is a pro's pro. He said, you know what? I know I got a lot to work on. I'm going to go to Manyweather. He's going to coach me up, and I'm going to be just fine. When I see Tyler Guyton now, it's a well-oiled machine. His feet's moving. His hands moving. His power's there. I've seen him throw a linebacker or a defensive lineman 7 yards and then push him again. That's nasty work. All right? Yeah. When I called him a project player, I didn't see that coming, right? I just got to call what I see immediately when I see it. And what I'm seeing now, from right tackle Guyton to left tackle Dallas Cowboy Guyton, they're two different guys.
Yeah, no joke.
Pun intended.
PR Cowboy could tell you I had some concerns, and that's one thing I kept saying, like, man, because transition from right offensive tackle to left, that's not an easy task. But we have to give kudos to Manyweather for him and Cooper Beebe. He worked with both of them. So, I mean, guys, this is major. So, yeah, man, Tyler Guyton, I don't know if you guys saw the video, but Max Crosby one time, he walked up to him, headbutted him, and kind of gave him like, hey, man.
Welcome to the league.
Yeah, like I respect you. So that was something. But, you mentioned Julius Woods, and that's another guy that I kept my eye on. I like this kid. He's a down here, and he will bang the crap out of you, and I like him. But here's another one that one of my dark horses was Dakota Shepley. I don't know if you watched this. He's number 65, and I watch him on the line, and he's pushing. He's an offensive guard, and he is pushing. But his guy's name is Dakota Shepley. He's another one that I was looking at. I'm like, wow, this guy's going to be something as well. So, PR Cowboy, is there anybody outside of our starters that you had your eye on that got your attention, of?
Man, like I said, and I'm just gonna go back to the linebacker position is Harvey, man. When we brought him in, and they signed him, and we talked about it like last year. Like we kind of been 2 for 2 the last couple of years, bringing players from that USFL. We had Turpin come in first, and he's up our special teams, and then we brought in Aubrey, and he's up their special teams. Man, and hopefully, we hit another one. It's just crazy how, like, if this guy hits, we hit on that, and then you talk about the young offensive linemen, how they just continue to bring those guys up and just replace them like that. It's just, man, they just gotta get. This is where we give them props on stuff like that, besides the contracts and all the other stuff that goes on and stuff. But this stuff, like, this is where we give them props of finding these players, and man, like you said. My thing is, like, Harvey is probably the one that I was looking at as making this linebacker core.
Well, PR Cowboy, I gotta let you in on the inside scoop. Do you know who the vice president of the XFL is? Do you not know?
Yeah,
it's Daryl the Moose Johnson.
Moose.
We got direct connection, man. We got direct connection to these players, man, and I'm sure Jerry Jones and Daryl Johnson, that's how we end up with with Cavante Turpin, and when we talk about XFL players, we got to talk about our main dude that stood out, that took the show, Brandon Aubrey. Give it up. What? Cowboys corner. 54 is not easy. 54-yarder is not easy. And you mean to tell me this guy hit a what? 66? No way. I'm not believing that.
So I'm happy, but I'm not happy.
Stop. Wait a minute.
Yes.
You get one of those.
Check this out. We have short-term memory loss as Cowboy fans sometimes. We have a little bit of amnesia.
Okay,
He missed a 65-yarder the week before against the Rams.
So
remember that. He made the 66-yarder against the Raiders. 65 plus, he's 50-50. I don't like those odds. Mike McCarthy told me all we have to do is get to the 50. No.
Oh, hell.
No, I don't like that mentality. I don't like that mindset.
He did not say that. I know he did not say
that. He said that. He said, all we got to do is get to the 50.
Oh, my God. So you're not trying for the end zone. You're just trying to get to the 50.
You just try to get to the 50. I don't like that mindset, G. I don't like that mindset, PR. I'm happy he made it, but I'm not going to forget he missed a 65-yard.
Well, Cowboys corner, only reason he went for that because there's only 3 seconds left till halftime. So I think if it was more, I think he would have tried to drive a little bit more. I think it was one of those deals. Hey, let's try it. What the hell? But
and I think it's something too. And like I'm really kind of like you don't want that mindset to do that, but let's just say you're sitting at your own 5 with 20 seconds left. That where you know you can get to that situation to give yourself a shot at that. That's where I would say I am okay with that. But like you said, yes, you don't want the mindset of like, hey, every time it's just we just get to the 50 and we the
two skinniest guys that could run somebody down is the holder and the kicker. The rest of the guys are over 300-pound linemen. Yeah. So if Auburn was to kick that short, you're trying 3, and that defense that's trying to block that field goal is trying for 6.
Oh, I'm not going to get that technical Cowboys corner. I'm not. That was one of those
we've seen it, but we've seen it happen, especially against the Cowboys in the last 10 years.
Well, I'm going to put that on Mike McCarthy if Mike McCarthy even think about doing something like that. And again,
I'm more thinking of it as an in-game situation. If you know what I'm saying, like in-game situation, you need the 3 and you're that far off. That thing was probably from 70 yards was good. So
let's try. There's 3 seconds left. Let's see if he can make it. He did it. So again, man, Brandon Aubrey, man, you're the guy. But I understand what you're saying, Cowboy. We do not want to get to the 50. That's a bunch of bull.
I'm happy, but I'm disappointed at the same time.
Yeah. Well, if Mike McCarthy has that type of mentality, man, we're in for a long season. He probably won't finish the season after.
But this is a guy that has horrible game management too.
Yeah, very much. Well, but wait a minute before we get out over here. Now he said he has these analysts. Oh, I'm an analytic type of coach. I pay attention to my analysts. They tell me. So what do you mean? What do you mean, Cowboys? He got all these guys that's telling them the percentage of these plays. So, and then you got Brian Schottenheimer on the sideline. So it's no way he could fail, right?
His analytics for 66-yard field goals, it's not done often, if any. Like maybe what's the record? 67 yards?
67. We can get it. We're gonna get it.
And that's the record by one player in 100 NFL years. All right. So when you go to analytics, you have a higher probability of a 4th and 7 making it than you do a 66-yard field goal making it. And what are your elements like? Are you outdoor? Are you indoor? You see what I'm saying? Is the roof open? Because a lot of these new stadiums are getting to God's roof. They're copying the Cowboys.
The direction of the wind and all that good stuff. Yeah, you're right. Well, I guess that was a perfect storm for him, I guess. But again, if this is what Mike McCarthy is relying on and that where he, man, listen, we in for a long season. He won't be there long if he tried to do something like
He's
that.
on a lame duck gear. He definitely won't be here long.
Yeah. So with that being said, guys, y'all know we got the Chargers this Saturday. Come to find out, Justin Herbert will not be playing this Saturday. He's got something going on with his foot. So, guys, y'all know who the quarterback is going to be. It's going to be Luis Perez. Luis Perez is a former quarterback for the Arlington Renegades. Give it up. This guy, I don't know if you had a chance to see this guy. The guy was nice, man. That's when they won the championship up under Bob Stoops. So this is something going to see. So what is it that we're looking for, PR Cowboy, in this game this Saturday as we get ready to end the preseason and the cuts begin? So what is it that you're looking for, and what are you expecting?
Man, we might see some more on the defensive side. Who are going to be the backup offensive lineman? Because I don't think they're going to play Guyton this week. I think with that scare they had with the soreness, I think they'll sit him out. So yeah, we'll see some more of those corners that we've talked about. You know, Hall and some of these guys, and see them
Butler,
make this late
Josh
push.
Butler, give it up for Josh Butler.
I think I have Josh Butler as one of my guys making it. It's, you know, so let's
Number 31, Butler.
Yeah.
I like what I've seen from him in the first preseason game. He looked pretty good. But I think this preseason game this is going to make or break it. Like he be one of those guys just right on that line, and we'll see what happens.
And here's the deal too, Cowboys Corner. We're not having no soft cuts. We're having one major cut.
Oh yeah.
Dude, this is going to be. I mean, this is going to be one cut. So I guess I want to see some of these guys that haven't got any playing time to get a chance to get out there and show their talents, man. So what do you think? I mean, what are you expecting?
Oh, man, I need Trey Lance to play this entire game. I need Julius Woods to do Wood things, all right? I need to see more from Malik Davis. I think Malik Davis and Royce Freeman.
Man, you ain't seen enough of Malik. He ain't been playing every preseason game.
He has been, but I need to see more of him and Royce Freeman. I need to see that competition. Malik Davis can play special teams. He only stuck around last year for special teams. He was activated from the practice squad for special teams.
Yeah.
Royce Freeman doesn't look like, with that size, with that build, that he could do special team things, right? So I need that competition to be crisp, G and PR. I need that to be crisp. Crisp like an inmate pants in the prisons, all right?
Freeze, baby.
And I'm looking for Trey to just keep building good days. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah. That's so true, man. But again, we'll see how this is going to play out. We'll probably see a bunch of backups. A lot of people won't watch the game, but we as fans, we know what we're looking for.
I'll be streaming it. Yep.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try to jump on with you. If I don't have anything, I'll definitely try to jump on with you, man, as well. But I'm looking to see who's going to be behind the starters and who's going to make the team, man. Because I'm just going to say this: one player that is up in the air is Jalen Cropper. I would love to see him make the team. I don't know. We don't know.
One thing with Cropper, and I'm glad you brought his name up, too much hype, too much inconsistency. I've never seen an up and down player in 2 preseason games than I have in Cropper.
That's what I'm saying.
Clowney's maybe a little bit of run for the money, but 16 is inconsistent.
That's the thing, because I'm still waiting to see the breakout from Kyron Billy Johnson.
Right. Where's all that hype at? It's all Simi Fehoko Jr. receivers out here, G. Hampton.
Well, I don't know. We don't know because he hadn't. I don't know. So hope we'll see that this week. But this question I have for you, PR Cowboy. Now remember this. This kid's name is Tyler Billy Johnson. There was a famous player that played by the name of Billy White Shoes Johnson. Could that be a connect? I'm just saying. Who knows? Somebody need to ask the question. Are you any kin to Billy White Shoes Johnson? And maybe he's not. it's for
Maybe it's
fun.
not, but like you said, it was just, man, there was so much hype in training camp, and you just see nothing on tape,
Yeah,
and it's just,
yeah,
I was just like, damn,
yeah.
every
Hey,
time. So yeah,
I got to put this out here, guys, because I didn't want to overlap. I hope they're still on here. Right here, Jet Lee 44 says, "Hello, Cowboy Nation. I want to ask prayers for me and my family because my stepdad passed away today." Man, listen, Cowboy Huddle podcast right now are sending up prayers your way, and and praying for strength for your family and things to that nature, man. I know it's a tough time for you and your family. Again, we're gonna definitely send our prayers up as individuals and as a podcast channel here. Jet Li, your prayers are with us, brother. Your prayers are definitely with us.
That breaks my heart. Jet Li is a
yeah,
long subscriber of Cowboys Corner. You're definitely in the prayers. My daughters be praying for you before they go to bed tonight.
Yes, sir.
My condolences to you and your family, Jet Li. Sorry, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes,
yeah,
sir.
Chili. Same here, man. Sorry to hear for your loss, and you know, I
Yeah.
definitely will be praying for you tonight.
Yeah. And if we can provide any type of comfort to you by chiming in on the videos, you're more than welcome. And anytime you feel like it, you're more than welcome to come on. And again, man, we're definitely sending our prayers out to you, man. So. Okay, guys, I have held y'all on way too long, but I appreciate you guys, man. This is what we do. There's no time limit. We just talk Cowboy talk, man. So again, thank you guys, man. Let's give it up for Cowboys Corner and P on Cowboy, man.
Yo, Cowboy, yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
and we got to
Cowboy Corner.
the administrator back on. I'm sure. Yeah, Flippo, you got anything before we get off of here?
Great show. As always. I mean, there's never anything bad to say because you guys hold it down.
We're
You guys got
fanatics.
these
We're
people.
fanatics.
Yes, and it shows. And it's you guys are doing a great job. And of course, we always love having you guys on here. So the season is like it's here and it's
We're
just fixing
ready.
to get live on Wednesdays.
Yes, it is. So, with that being said, everybody, do me a favor. Make sure you hit the like button below and also hit the subscribe button and the notification bell before we check out of here. One more thing Cowboy Corner got a word for us. What you got, Cowboys Corner?
I was at the Wally World with the wife, and I said I need to go live with G Ham today. I just need to talk some football today.
Yes.
Yeah,
So I made it an emphasis to hop on.
Appreciate it, bro. You
yeah.
know you always welcome to hang out with us, man. This is what we do, man. Cowboy fans come together in the Cowboy Huddle talking Cowboy talk. So with that being said, guys, we done held y'all too long. So like I always say, don't nothing come to us sleep but a dream. So let's make it happen. Dallas Cowboys, deuces.